thing that is going to take ages. So if you're looking, because this is what is going to immerse your viewer into my work, but this is a good place to start. It can be fun when you're staying on location or in a place where you don't have a lot of gear. Just basically you got one of these.
Hello, welcome back to the studio. I'm gonna be painting every day this week. I am gonna be using these 9x4 sheets of like toned blue and gray paper. I got these a long time ago in a like art box subscription. It's called Sketchbox. I got that for Christmas one year. And so I have a bunch of like random art supplies lying around. So I figured these would be perfect for this art challenge. The art challenge is called February Frost by I believe it's Ha. So it's 2 drawing prompts a week, so only 8 pieces throughout the whole month, which is so doable. The only reason why I'm doing them beforehand is because I am super busy and I want to actually be able to post 2 times a week for this art challenge, and I figure if I start now I'll have a better chance of actually getting them all finished. So it's 2 drawing prompts a week. First week, Snowdrop and Nocturnal. The second week is Stars/Quilt. The third week is Crocus/Frost. And then the fourth week is Sparkling/Robin. So I figured if I get a head start on this, I can actually stay ahead and make sure that I'm getting everything out on time. I figured it would be a fun video to kind of do like a paint every day type thing. I am gonna be doing all of these in one week. Because there's 8, I'm gonna have to do 2 in one day, which is totally fine. I'm actually stuck inside right now because it is snowing so hard in Missouri, and I'm gonna be stuck inside today and tomorrow. So 2 in one day honestly doesn't seem that hard, especially because these are quite small. I am first prepping with my initial sketches. These are pretty loose. I kind of just add things as I go, and if anything, I do change a lot of it once I actually start on the 9x4 paper. That's honestly when I go in and add a little more detail, which I initially thought would be a bad idea, but it actually always ends up working out for me somehow when I do a loose sketch and then I just start adding things on top. Only thing that I'm really looking for in these pieces to be cohesive is the color palettes. I do want the weeks to go together, if that makes sense. So like week 1, I don't exactly want them to be the same color palette, but I want the color palettes to look good next to each other, because when I do end up posting these on Instagram, I am going to do the 2 next to each other, I guess, if that makes sense. The only thing I'm looking for to be cohesive for these pieces is the color palette. I do want them to be kind of like a colder color palette since it is for February. So that's like blues, navy blues, a little bit of greens, purples, more on the colder side with maybe like a little pop of warmth in there, which that's honestly gonna be so difficult for me because I always gravitate towards warmer colors, warm reds, oranges, yellows. But I very rarely use colder colors like blue, purple. So this is definitely gonna be a challenge in and of itself, which of course is the whole point of a drawing challenge or art challenge, painting challenge, is to challenge yourself. So hopefully I'll be able to get at least 1 done a day, and then one of the days I will have to do 2. Okay, so I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of hate it, but also I'm wondering if it's just because I've been sitting here looking at it for so long. The way that I went about this was not that great. I'm definitely still getting used to using like really like high quality. Imagine going from like Crayola to like Rembrandt. Like this is such a jump from like the gouache that I'm used to. So I did the flowers first and then I did the background, which was really, really difficult. And I feel like I should have done the background first and then done the flowers on top. I feel like it kind of looks cool. Sometimes I feel like you can, I like when you can tell that there are maybe like errors or like you can tell that something is like truly like a painting. Let's see. Here she is. I am gonna go over it with some colored pencils just because I like the look of like gouache and colored pencils. But yeah, definitely like when I do this again, I'm gonna kind of fix my technique because I don't think I knew what I was doing. Also I cannot figure out how to get my computer to stop doing that. It's literally on mute. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go over it with pencils and hope that that kind of helps fix it up a little bit. I definitely think it will, but yeah. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm like so tired and I feel like I've been painting forever, so I'm just like exhausted, and maybe when I look at this again later, I'll actually like it, but for now, she could use a little help.
I invested in a motorized slider. They come in different lengths as well if you don't have much like storage room. It's basically you get one of these.
I think that worked. Like that's what you're doing. I think that's good. You don't gotta overthink it, huh?
I just like don't like it. Just like doesn't make sense, you know.
It does. Because you're talking about the. I knew right away you were talking about the camera.
so we can cocktail shop with it. So right now, all you need is the camera and a tripod and, you know, a lens if you have a DSLR. But when I'm filming alone, I use an overrun. Since we're filming by ourselves,
that uniquely felt right within my space. And funny enough, after I shared my Milano board with the equipment team, they actually responded.
rule of thumb when you are, say, on location or in a place where you don't have a lot of gear with you or no gear at all. So this is an easy way.
Stick to the same color palette. And yeah, I can finish these two today.
Pop and I add like the black shading and start this. We'll start this other one. It's 3 p.m. right now, so that took me about a brush. And sometimes I brush control way
All right, now I don't want to reveal too much for this piece because I did do a process video on my digital tier on Patreon. Now, if you're not familiar with Patreon, it is basically a subscription service for creators. So for someone like myself, I have a couple different tiers available, starting at $2, going all the way up to $15. There is the Lucky Penny tier, the digital tier, where you basically get insider videos. Sometimes I draw cute little like recipe pages, or I'll make a coloring page, a lock screen for a phone or iPad. Those are the types of things that would go in my digital tier. Then the next one up is a sticker tier. So I send out a monthly sticker, and then you also get all of the benefits from the tier below that one. And then the $15 tier is my print and sticker tier. And for that one, you get a print and sticker mailed to you every month, as well as all the previous rewards. It's a great way for artists to earn a more stable income. And that is where I posted the process video for this one. So if you're interested, head on over to Patreon and check that one out. Good morning, it is day 4. I made myself a little banana bread latte with oat milk. So good. So today is day 4, the prompt is quilt. A little bit about me when it comes to art challenges is I don't want to do what immediately pops into your head, like when it comes to the prompts. And if you are someone that does that, that's totally fine. It's just, I want to almost try and think like outside of the box, like with nocturnal. When I think of nocturnal, I immediately thought of like bats. And then I was like, okay, no, like I can't do that. And maybe this is just me, but I've never really considered moths nocturnal. I figured they just like the light, but the light is on at night, meaning that they're out at night. I don't know. I never really considered them nocturnal, but then I was looking up like nocturnal animals or creatures or bugs or whatever, and moths was one of them. So I was like, okay, like cool. So for quilts, I kind of want to try and do something like, obviously still a quilt, but I don't know. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do that one. The sketches that I have are like very minimal for this. Like I didn't even like finish it. I was just kind of like doodling, I guess. So I'm gonna do that today. I think I'm gonna make this drawing challenge like a 2-part series because I was editing last night and I'm already at like 16 minutes and I still have to add in today and the ending. And so I'm like, I feel like 20 minutes-ish is like a pretty good video time, I guess. I don't know if there's like a sweet spot where like people are more inclined to watch if it's 15 or 30 minutes or whatever, but I am gonna try and do it at 20. So, and it will give you guys more things to watch. If I can make 2 20-minute videos, that's 40 minutes instead of making 1 40-minute video. I don't know. Does that make sense? I can also drop them at different times. So, I'm gonna do that today. I think I'm gonna make this drawing challenge like a 2-part series because I was editing last night and I'm already at like 16 minutes and I still have to add in today and the ending. And so I'm like, I feel like 20 minutes-ish is like a pretty good video time, I guess. I don't know if there's like a sweet spot where like people are more inclined to watch if it's 15 or 30 minutes or whatever, but I am gonna try and do it at 20. So, and it will give you guys more things to watch. If I can make 2 20-minute videos, that's 40 minutes instead of making 1 40-minute video. I don't know. Does that make sense? I can also drop them at different times. So whatever, I'm gonna do today, and then I will have the first 4 done, and then the last 4 will be in the second video. Okay, I finally finished. I wish I would have checked the time when I started because it is currently 1 o'clock and I woke up at 8:30, ate breakfast, and then got started. 4 hours maybe I've spent on this. It's so cute. Oh, it is so cute. And then I went in and like added some colored pencil like stitches on there, which I really feel like added so much to this. It was really confusing at some points to kind of like take a step back and figure out where the like stars are, I guess, because like that's a star, that's a star. I mean, it looks like a quilt, so I think it's super cute. So that is days 1 through 4. That's 4 paintings in total. Day 1 we had Snowdrop. Day 2 we had the moths. The moths are by far my favorite. Day 3 was stars. Day 4 was quilt. I'm gonna upload this video and then there will be another one coming up pretty soon, and that will be days 5 through 8. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It helps me exponentially, especially on my journey to become a full-time artist. So if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video for part 2 of drawing every day for a week.